practice says you don't kill ideas when they are first born. You let them live a little, then you kill them. But at least you examine them first. So they observed, they decided not to kill it immediately. I want you to see what happened from a gross, stupid, disgusting, obscene, awful, wacky idea. Please read it. Now I'll leave you to make the connection between the original idea and the eventual product, a bag with a nozzle that's filled with sauce. You can make that connection yourself. But I will not leave it to you to make the bottom line. I will emphasize that point. $750 million from a gross, disgusting, obscene, wacky idea. How many of you would like to, in your career sometime, invent a $750 million product? Anybody raise your hand if you'd like to do that? The rest of you, what are you doing in business school? You didn't raise your hand. Of course you'd like to invent a $750 million product. Forget dollars. How many of you would be happy with a 75 crore rupee product? Yeah, that's good enough. And where does it come from? It comes from an insight. And it comes from a wacky idea. So you want to be a world-class designer, you want to be a world-class innovator, you want to make a lot of people's lives better, or you want to make some people's lives a lot better, become an observer. Always evaluate how things make people's lives better. Be willing to think wacky a little bit now and then. And then, I expect that you will be able to make that kind of a contribution. So, these are, we got through 4 out of 5, not bad for now. I want to thank you for your interaction, and I want to, at this time, I think, open the floor for questions. We have about 6 or 7 minutes left for questions. Is it, or something else?
Thank you, sir, for giving us such a wonderful session. We now move on to the question-answer session. I request Dean Professor M.S. Mamek to please moderate the question-answer round.
Good afternoon. I think that keeping with the trends that have been taking place today, I have to have everybody stand up, and those who don't have questions may remain seated. Will I do that, sir? No.
You don't need my permission, you know it.
Yeah. So that's where I thought that, we have a lot of exercise today. So those who've got the questions may rise and shoot their questions. Okay? All those who got questions may remain seated. All those who don't have questions may stand up. Should it be? Okay. You sit. Let's have those who have questions. Of course, he brought out that Henry Ford, replaced the horse, but he never got away with it because he replaced with horsepower. Right. So, having said that, of course, iPod, iPhone, iPad, and now innovation going on this morning. So let's have some innovative questions right now. Please.
Sir, I'm Srishti Kapyal from Village Street. I would first like to thank you for the thought-provoking and creative presentation on innovation. Since my thoughts are provoked, I would like to ask a question that is, disruptive technologies are disruptive for some and innovative for others. So what are your views on that?
Sure. Well, my views are that it's the responsibility of the company to anticipate disruption. Many great companies have failed. I was talking with Mr. Ravindra, the marketing gentleman, we were talking about great companies that have failed. In this country, we have Kingbin Telephones. We have Crown Televisions, which are uncles and aunts will remember, and you don't. In my old country, we have General Motors. We have Kodak has just gone bankrupt. And the amazing thing is many of these companies were innovative, some were not, but they refused to disrupt themselves. Kodak invented digital cameras, but they refused to disrupt their film business. They could have been prosperous, but they weren't willing. So it's a company's job, if it's going to create value for its shareholders, to anticipate disruption and if possible, disrupt themselves before the competition could disrupt them. So I don't know, you give me such a broad question, I've only answered one small facet, but I hope that helps you.
Next one.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Pallavi Bhandari. I'm a BTech EC third year student. Sir, we know that Asia is prone to rote learning. So what are your thoughts about improving modeling our present education system so that we can introduce innovative thinking from the very beginning?
Woo! Thank you! Thank you, Pallavi! I'm going to be meeting with your faculty after lunch. You've exactly nailed it. I was at the TEDx in Jaipur, and I heard the head of the Azim Premji Foundation that is working to improve education K through 12, and the numbers confirm it. 80% of exam papers are mugging. 80%. It's not like that in other countries. We don't have to settle for that. That's not good enough. Because guess what? You get out here and you take your first job, and your boss gives you an assignment. You say, "Sir, is it on the syllabus?" "Okay, show me what I have to memorize." The boss will say, "What are you talking about? This is the real world. You're not in school anymore. So why should you be doing something in school that is so silly as mugging when you're not going to need that skill for very much in the real world?" So I am actually doing myself. I work with the institutions of higher learning. I have started a small business on the side of my innovation practice to help teachers become better at helping their students to grow in their thinking, not just in their money. So stay tuned. It may reach your younger brother or your cousins before it reaches you, but this change will happen.
Thank you, sir. And the next one? Yeah. थोड़ा इंतजार करो, आपका नंबर भी आएगा.
I'm Nidhi from BTech Triple third year. I'd like to ask, is innovation in marketing and advertising only targeting in manipulating people's interest and behavior?
Is it only targeting which?
Consumers' interest or the behavior?
Okay, thank you, Nidhi. Great question. You can sit down. You can sit down. By the way, if any of you is planning a career in advertising and marketing, I will tell you that by necessity, that profession is probably the most innovative one, outside of new product development, perhaps, and sometimes that's part of marketing. So the marketer really, to be successful, has to innovate every day. The restraints are they tend to innovate in the same way over and over again instead of trying new things. For instance, how many companies were ready to move into Facebook? How many of you are on Facebook?
How many?
Always on Facebook. All right, so that's a new way of marketing that they didn't foresee. So is it targeted toward consumer preferences and behavior? Yes, but also there's business-to-business marketing. And I invite you back to do a session on branding. It's one of the things I'm very interested in. But yeah, marketing is in fact, you take two innovative products, one may fail, the other one may succeed only on the basis of how well it's marketed. And you take two products, the real innovation that produces one better than the other, like Axe. I mean, I won't ask you, but a lot of you fellows, I believe, are using Axe. Do you realize that Axe didn't exist on the market 10 years ago? And now it's number one? Do you think Axe is different from any other underarm deodorant? Nah. What's different about it? They found what motivates young fellows. All young fellows want very, very buxom young women dressed in their underwear to jump on their back. They got in touch with the red-blooded young Indian man. So, and so they tell you, you just put this magic group under your arms and you'll become a big magnet.